Hey guys, I thought I'd show you a little bit more of my backyard. This is the Oldman River Coulee, or canyon, and this is literally like a 5-minute walk out of my back door to come out here. I've got a lot of places actually close to home here within walking distance or very short drive distance that are like this, that are kind of natural places. Still lots of animals out here, and lots of the native vegetation. I have access to forests, I have access to rivers, I have access to ponds, lakes, and such. As I was mentioning to Freddie in my private introduction to him, I'm really interested in developing training routines in places like this, using the natural landscape. And the things that are out here, I mean, you got heavy rocks, you got logs, you got rivers, you get here in Alberta we get all kinds of different weather conditions to train in. We get rain, we get snow, we get 40 below, we get 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The whole, we just get everything here. So, I'm interested in this kind of training, being outside. Minimal kind of equipment. Today I wore a pair of boots and a pair of heavy ankle weights just to walk out here. I think I'll walk down to the river and then back up. Just going up and down these canyons in itself is pretty good exercise, and when you're wearing boots and ankle weights, your legs get a pretty good workout. That's one reason to wear them. The other reason to wear them is because we've got rattlesnakes out here, and prickly pear cactus, and these kind of things. So you gotta have the, some proper protection around your lower legs. Yeah, I don't fear the rattlesnakes myself. I actually get along with them pretty good, as you probably see sometime in my videos that I make. But anyway, today's kind of exploratory. Most of my workouts are at a little park right next to my house, in my backyard, in my basement, and at the dojo of Sensei Takakinjo. So, but I like to develop more workouts that are out in places like this. One thing I don't want to do though is I don't want to have any of my practice kind of pull me out of the context of the place. Like, for instance, I see guys coming through here with their, they'll have a mountain bike, so they'll be jogging, this kind of thing. They're totally oblivious to the world around them. They don't notice the animals. They don't pay attention to anything. They miss all the plants. I'm really into learning from the plants and animals. I study their behavior and teach at Red Crow College on the Blood Indian Reserve. I teach plant and animal behavior year-round, and I also teach traditional foods. One of the ways that I think is natural and human for engaging with places like this, rather than just looking at them as good places to take the dog or to ride your bike or whatever. One of the ways that I like to engage with places like this is to get into the flow of a natural diet. And I don't eat any junk food. I eat no candy. I eat no fast food, like zero. I don't allow it in my diet. I don't eat from any big restaurant chains. I only eat from local restaurants. And if I eat from restaurants, and then when I buy groceries, a lot of times, I try to buy the stuff that's in season and it's growing very close or raised very close. I don't like, as much as I can, I don't want to participate in the global trade of food. And as much as I can, I want to get my diet based on what's out here, the natural abundance. And so every day something that I eat comes from out here, something that I've harvested, something that I've dug, hunted, snared, fished. It's not my complete diet, but there's some part of it every day that is. And when I get rainy days, I catch water, so I can drink natural unfiltered water. Well, whenever I get a shot to go up to the mountains, which are, I've got the Rocky Mountains about an hour's drive away. So, I get up there now and then. When I get up there, I fill bottles full of glacier water, and you couldn't get any more pure of a water. So this is the kind of thing I'm into, and today is just exploratory. I'm looking for opportunities out here, more opportunities to train martial arts while I'm out here without pulling myself too far out of the context of paying attention to the plants and animals and gathering food and this kind of a thing. So I figured I'd bring my video recorder and you guys could join me for a quick foray. I've only got a couple of hours to work with today, unfortunately. It's best to have maybe a full day out here, but a couple hours gives you something. So I'm gonna take us down to the river and see what we'll see. Thought I'd show you this plant. This is a plant that up here we call moss, and in the mainstream literature it's called prairie turnip, and this was a staple food in the diets of most plains Indian tribes. It grows a fat root that's more like a potato to me than a turnip. A nice starchy root. I didn't bring my I use a crowbar to dig these out with. I didn't bring my crowbar today, or I'd dig this one to show you. But normally I don't harvest these quite yet till they've seeded out. That way we keep getting more plants. But I thought I'd stop and show you that as one of the plant foods that's out here, inconspicuously, but very important. Here's another good food out here. This is called skunk brush sumac, and this is a really high citrus berry. You can collect it and you can eat it straight. It's kind of like eating really like Sour Patch Kids or something. It's really got a lot of citric acid on it. And so you can eat it straight like that, or you can take the berries and dry them, and when you want something like a lemonade flavored water, you throw these into the water and let them soak for a little bit, and then you can either strain them out or drink the water with the berries still in there, but it'll taste like lemons. So this is another plant that grows on the sides of these coulees here that's worth eating, and I'm going to collect some of these berries right now before I continue. This next plant here with the purple flowers we call manikapi in Blackfoot, meaning the bachelor, and in English it's called wild bergamot, and this is pretty much the strongest mint you're ever going to come across. This is pure menthol. If you've got a cold or something like that, that you need to clear the airways, clear the sinuses, there's nothing better than a tea made out of this. This is your Vicks. If you are from the States, this is your Buckleys. If you're from Canada, I mean, it's just a really strong menthol. And so right now it's getting ready to, well, it's in flower, so it'll soon be seeding out. Just like the other plants, I'll wait for it to seed. I'm in no rush to gather it as long as it's still in the flower stage. Once it's seeded out, then I know there's going to be more plants here next year. Of course, it's a mint, so it also travels by rhizome, by root. But in any case, I won't gather it quite yet. Wait a little bit longer, let it finish its reproductive cycle here, and then I'll be harvesting a lot of that. So, for the fellow Todai here, if you want some indigenous medicine, just your not strong like prescription stuff, but your first aid kind of medicines, when you're feeling you got a cold or a flu or something, you need to help those symptoms. This is one of the things that I'll use, and I get enough, I'll share some too. Anybody that's interested in that. So yeah, that was just a little bit of practice swimming against the river current. It doesn't look very strong, but strong enough to hold me in one place, no matter whether I'm using the breaststroke or the crawl. This sandbar is a really pretty good place to do katas. It's not level, but that's cool because if it was level, there wouldn't be any challenge to doing the katas here. So, but it's a nice place that I can take my shoes off and do that during the summer season anyway. And now I've got only about an hour to get back up to my house. Got to go and fetch the wife from work, so we'll see if there's anything else along the way, but otherwise I'll be coming back out here again looking for some more. I know there's some good choke cherry patches out here, and those choke cherry trees, if I find a nice tight bunch, they might be good for a little bit of drill practices on trapping and such. So that's that. I'm headed up.